We are delighted to be joined this morning by one of the greatest champions for Social Security in the United States Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Bernie Sanders.
Thank you very much for being in our nation's capital today. I understand that in a short while you're going to be marching up to Capitol Hill, and thank God you're doing that because we need your voice. You are here today representing tens of millions of seniors and people with disabilities, and what you're here in DC about is to demand that we get justice for those people. So thank you for being here. And let me begin by saying that despite the brilliant statements of the governor of Texas, Social Security is not a Ponzi scheme. Interestingly enough, one of the reasons that Social Security has been hated by right-wing people for decades is precisely because it has worked. That is its crime. It has done exactly what the founders of Social Security wanted it to do. Before Social Security was created, about half of the seniors in this country lived in poverty. Today, while the poverty rate is too high, that number is about 10%. In addition, people with disabilities, widows, and children are also able to live with dignity. And all of this is done at a very modest administrative cost. In other words, tens and tens of millions of people have security by which they can go out and live a decent life. It is done by the United States government. It is done in a cost-effective way. Wall Street is not getting their hands on the money, and that is precisely why some of these right-wingers hate it. Now, there is some talk when you turn on the TV. It's not only Mr. Perry, but others who tell you Social Security is going bankrupt, Social Security is this, Social Security is that. So let's clear the air. Social Security today, according to just a very recent study from the Congressional Budget Office, and the Social Security Administration does similar type studies, but the CBO tells us that Social Security has a $2.5 trillion surplus. Does that sound like they're going broke? Social Security, according to the CBO, can pay out every benefit owed to every eligible American for the next 27 years. Not going broke. And as somebody I noticed asked Raul Grijalva a question, point is, even at the end of 27 years, if we do nothing, and of course we should do something, Social Security will then be able to pay out about 80% of all benefits. So that's where we are. But what is absolutely unfair, what is absolutely dishonest, is for anybody to lump the Social Security issue in with deficit reduction. That's a lie. The deficit and the national debt that we are experiencing today was caused by 2 wars unpaid for, caused by tax breaks for billionaires and millionaires unpaid for, caused by a Medicare Part D prescription drug program written by the insurance companies, and caused by a recession that has took place as a result of the greed and thievery of Wall Street. That is why we have a deficit and a $14+ trillion national debt. And in the middle of all of that, Social Security has not contributed 5 cents to the national debt. So we can talk about how we make Social Security strong for 75 years, but it is wrong to talk about it within the context of deficit reduction. And that is why I have done everything I can and will continue to do everything that I can to make sure that this super committee not cut Social Security, not cut Medicare, and not cut Medicaid.